Greetings, folks. Mr. Gage here. Welcome to the second half of our book folding and origami flower video. Last time I showed you how to take an old book and upcycle it into a paper vase. But this time I want to show you how to create flowers to put into your paper vase. We're going to be working on origami lilies, and we are going to need 4 pieces of material to start with. So the first two obviously are our paper. We have regular origami paper here, and then this is a green piece of origami paper. It's essentially the back of a regular origami paper, but this is going to be our stems. We need a little bit of glue, and I find a pen is a helpful tool. But right now, let's fold the flower, and then we'll move on to creating the stem. All right, so we're going to start with our origami paper, and I want everyone to flip it to the back side, and you're going to fold it in half just like this. And as with all our origami projects, the closer you can get to the corners and the tighter you can make your creases, the better it will be. So we're just going to fold it in half and open it up. And then we're going to fold it in half the other way. So just do this. Again, we're trying to get those corners nice and tight. You see, I think that's good. There we go. I think we got them. All right. So we've got folded this way, and then we're going to go diagonal. So we're going up to this corner and making like a triangle this way. There we go. Right, open it up, and then we're going to do a triangle the other way. So this goes this way. Da-da-da. We want to get those corners nice and tight. I'm trying to get that corner nice and tight in there. And there we go. Okay. Open it up, and then the fold that you just did, fold it back on itself. What we're doing is breaking some of those paper fibers so that we can create a crease. Because now we've got this, and if you kind of hold it where the crease is and pop it up, it folds in on itself, and you create this square shape. Now, what's cool about this is that there are 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see if I hold it like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, this is going to be our 4 petals. So let's look at what we're going to have to do to each one of these. So you're going to take this, and you see how you're just taking one of those 4 sides, and you're going to kind of squish it flat like that. And your goal, let me see if I can show you. If you see the seam that goes right down the middle of this new shape, this kind of kite diamond shape, it should go right into the line between the 2 triangles at the top. So you're trying to get it as tight and smooth as possible. And then you're just going to do that over and over. You're doing that 4 times. Each petal is going to be made, each petal and each kind of point between the petals is going to be made from these types of shapes. So 1, and again, we want that seam. See, the seam's kind of off in this one. So I got to scooch it over to make sure it's right in the middle. There we go. There it goes. That's much tighter. All right, so now we see that the seam is right, almost in the middle. Might have been a little off on that one. Flip your paper over. Squish it down again, nice and flat. And once you get one or two of them going, you'll see that they kind of follow in order. And as long as you keep working on making sure that seam is as close to the middle as you can, between the two inner triangles, you're going to be fine. And then we'll just fold this one down. And there is that. So now we have this kite shape, and they're, again, opening it up, you'll see there's 1, 2, did I do it right? Nope. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. So you actually have like 8 pieces now. So these are gonna be the little points in our lilies. And the way we make those points is by taking this and angling it down, and this and angling it down. So you are going to create 2 kind of upside down triangles. And again, every one of these, we're going to do this 4 times. So angle it down, and you're bringing this edge to the center line. See how we're angling it down and bringing that edge to the center line again? Always follow those center lines. Flipping it over, here's this one, straight down to the center line. And you can see it right there. This seam goes right to the center. This seam goes right to the center. All right, so find the other one. There it is. This seam right to the center. This edge going right to the center. All right. There we go. And so now you've got that shape. 4 of those. We're going to fold it in half both ways, because what we're trying to do, again, is break that seam, break the fibers here, because it's going to flip in on itself as soon as we open it up. So we're going to break that both ways, and that creates a crease. So then open it up, back to, you see this triangle, this pops up, and with a little luck, it will, you kind of have to fiddle it a little and get your finger in there and poke the seams out, but it should, there it goes, fall nice and flat, and it kind of creates an upside down diamond. And then you simply take that, flip it up, and you're good to go. Now we're just going to do that again 4 more times. Open up those 2 triangles, so we're back to seeing the inside and the bottom of that seam. Pop it up and kind of fold it in on itself, and whoop, flip that triangle. Whoop, there it goes. So again, this is going to be the little point between the petals in the iris, or in the lily, I'm sorry. There's the point again, number 3, and we'll just open those up. 1, 2, and then you see, pop that open, just like that. And then that little triangle all folded up. So you're gonna have, again, 1, and I'll just flip it upside down so you can see the triangle. 1, 2, where's it? 3, there's that one, and 4. These are the little points between the petals. All right. So, go back to this diamond shape, and now these are going to be the petals themselves. But we want this part, the part that ends with the point where everything is centered, to be a little more narrow. So, all we're going to do is go to the kite shape and make sure it's the kind that is completely flat on both sides. And you'll see, you don't want the kind with the triangle or the points. You want the 4 that are the flat petals. And all we're going to do is take the bottom half and bring the seams a little closer, just like that. And you can see we're just making a tighter kite pattern, but as soon as we pull this down a little, there's our lily petal, or our, so just keep folding. We're going to go to this next triangle, and then 1, 2, whoop. There's another lily petal. Flip it over. There's the, our other kites are on the back. 1, 2. There's going to be our other petal, right? And then open it up, find that 4th triangle, or the 4th diamond. There it is. And then 1, 2. Very straightforward. All right. So again, a lot of what we're doing it 4 times because there's 4 petals. All right. And this is it. This is your lily. You are all but done at this point. All the folding's done, but we have to take this shape and make it look like a flower. This is where the pen comes into play. Take each petal and kind of just roll it down all the way until you see those inner points. And you really want to stretch it. I find that this helps because then you can pull it and it creates a curve. What's complicated is that these folds here, the ones that narrow the stem, really like to pop open and they like to run away on you. So it helps if you can try and keep the petals tight, but the stem tight as well. So I find the pen helps just by, again, you want to really tighten it and squeeze and pull. And you can see it's already starting to come open a little. And that's okay because there's some things we're going to do to mitigate that. But first off, pull that, and you want all your petals down. And here's your last one. And squish it a little flat. There's your origami lily, just like that. Okay? So use your pen, roll your petals down. I'm going to try and get that one again. It's being cantankerous. There it goes. And then the other thing that I like to do is I just put them face down like that. This kind of just reinforces the petals to stay flat like that. So just put them face down. But this is your origami lily. The lily itself is done. But we need to make a stem to put the lily into our vase. So here is our green piece of origami paper. And again, it's just a plain piece of origami paper that I have flipped over to get to the green. You can use construction paper, whatever, but you just want a thin strip. So what I'm going to do is take this and just tear it in half, okay? And then I'm gonna make it even thinner by taking that and tearing it in half again. You really want one, like 1.5 inches, 2 inches long piece, or a thin piece of paper that's kind of long. And length doesn't matter. I'm just using the origami paper because we have extra in the pack. But if you want to use construction paper and it's a little longer, that's fine. You're just going to have a longer stem. All right. So I find that starting with the little pocket nib on the pen cap helps. Again, you can use like a toothpick, a matchstick, but, oh, now I'm stuck on the pen itself. There we go. But you want to just start rolling. And there it goes. As soon as you get it going, there it goes. Just roll it up. And it really is a thin tube of paper. Roll it at an angle, and you'll get exactly what you need. And you just want a thin, tight tube like that. Now, obviously, if I let it go, it's going to come undone. So, take our glue, just unscrew it, and we're just going to put a tiny dot. That's all you need. Tiny dot on my fingertip and just smear it around. Okay. Really, you don't need much. Now take your pen and your lily, and you're going to shove the pen through the bottom there so that you create the hole for the stem, and then put in the opposite, this is the part that's glued right here, put the other end in so that the part with the glue sticks to your lily, and then you can just take a little bit of glue and go around, squish it down with your fingers, trying to get those fibers to connect to the bottom. There you go. That's it. There we are. And then put it upside down to dry. But that's your origami lily. And when it dries, it's going to look like that. Absolutely beautiful. Make about 6 or 7 of those. Put them in your book vase, and you are good to go. That is how you create an origami lily, and with a stem for your folded book vase. We would love to see the types of book vases and flowers that you come up with. Please share them with East Cleveland Public Library. In the meantime, have fun folding.